Hey guys, welcome to J14 Gamecast, episode 11. Here with me I have Jeff, Sean, Brendan, and my lovely self, John.
All in person this time.
Mm-hmm. No Skype.
No Skype.
So tempted to be like, I'm going to call in because I thought we were starting early.
Can we Skype in Chris Hardwick?
Oh, God. Doing that right now.
He's still in our hangout.
He answers. He's just like,
is he?
What's up, guys?
What do you... Chris Hardwick.
I got nothing better to do.
Alright, so...
inside joke that we're probably not going to explain.
Yeah. So, what's new this week?
I don't know.
Well, in the past week we got Guacamelee Super Turbo Championship Edition for all the systems.
That awesome trailer.
All the systems.
All the systems.
Yeah, the trailer was awesome.
Yeah.
Sniper Elite 3. Are we talking in past tense? Wolf Among Us.
Yeah, these are all out now by now.
Yeah.
Wolf Among Us also came out for
episode 5, the season finale.
The
was
finale.
that yesterday?
Yeah,
that was
called Cry Wolf.
What do we got to say about that?
Well,
haven't played it yet.
We haven't played it yet.
Good.
But
word around town
is that it's the best damn thing that Telltale's ever done.
Yeah.
Which is screw that Walking Dead shit.
Garbage.
The fuck out. Lobaton.
Wow.
Lobaton.
That's why. That's why. Ruined.
Big B.
Ruined.
Big B. Big B.
Bigfoot.
That's the
Shut up,
Big B Wolf.
That's
the sheriff.
Big bad
Wolf.
They call him Big
B Wolf.
Oh, I didn't play the game, so
okay.
I have no idea.
We're just explaining.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why he's named
Sweet.
it.
Yeah.
I will never play the game.
No, I'm super excited because after this, probably going to go home and play episode 4. So that tomorrow, I can play episode 5.
At 1 a.m.
And then, just flip the table, text all of you, and be like, oh my god.
I might go
I'm hoping to have it all
download
done by the end of the weekend.
Yeah.
Are you going to try it on the weekend, Brendan?
50% off. 50% off.
Yeah, it's...
New goal. Just play episode 1 by the next podcast.
There you go.
I have to buy the game first.
All right. But it's Steam, so you can. It's on Origin.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Steam's good at
Good
that.
job.
I couldn't believe I bought something and I forgot how easy it was. I clicked buy and then I just have to check I agree to terms and then it's bought. It's like, wow, that was easy.
yeah.
Origin never even remembers my username and password.
Nope.
I know, I hate it.
I always check it and I always fucking have to sign in. I think
Yep.
it's because every time it updates, it resets it and it updates all the time.
Plus, if you want to change your email, you have to talk to a live
I forgot about
support.
that. That was such crap.
So I'm on an old email and I have to change it because it's going to deactivate soon.
No way.
What kind of? I'm pretty sure even on our shitty website, we can go and change our password without contacting the web admin.
That's pretty backwards.
That's so
They said it was for security.
Of course, it's always for security.
by telling
With
someone,
Origin.
hey, I want to change my password to this, please. Secure.
Today's talking point: Origin sucks ass.
I got an email from Origin today saying that I'm allowed to buy video games again.
Oh, nice! It hasn't even been 30 days.
I know, right?
Wow, special exception.
Wow.
It was. They made sure to let me know to see if contact my credit card company, so MasterCard, and make sure that it is capable of buying online video games.
Do you think it is?
You'd think you would have done that before, and it was fine.
I just didn't know that was a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Because if I called MasterCard and asked them that, they would be like,
Can I buy stuff online?
Sure, we don't give a shit.
I mean, are you going to pay us back?
Is your MasterCard active?
Yeah.
Then
Buy whatever
can
you want.
whatever
We make
want.
interest off of it. What do we care?
You know what? For asking that dumb question, you're deactivated.
Here's a limit increase.
Yeah.
God damn it.
All right. So,
Origin and rant.
yeah. So what's new, guys? What have you guys been up to this past couple weeks?
Lots of San Andreas.
Really?
Yeah, I saw that. I was
That's
sitting there on my
the
computer, and it was like every 5 seconds, Jeff's playing San Andreas.
Yeah.
Jeff's playing San Andreas. Well, that was when you were
so-
setting it up.
It was okay. So it was first when I was setting it up, but then it was also this is going to go into a rant about just older GTA games, mini rant. The annoying thing, which I forgot because we're so spoiled by games with checkpoints now, is that in the old GTA games, there's no mission checkpoint, which means when you fail a mission, example by dying, not only do you fail the mission and have to do the mission all over, you get sent to a hospital. You lose all your weapons, some of your money, which means you have to, if you need weapons for the mission, you have to go back, procure more weapons, then not only just restart the mission, you have to drive back to where you initiated the mission from, like because they always have the initial marker on your map, right, for the person you get it from. So you have to leave the hospital, drive all the way back to where the mission was, start it again. And some of those missions might take 10 or 15 minutes. And you could fail it at the very end, and you go to the hospital and you have to start the whole thing over again. Find your weapons, drive back. It's fucking horrible.
Don't they do that still? Like you still, if you,
You
fail a
lose
mission,
money?
go to the
Yeah.
hospital.
You
Not
lose
in
money,
GTA
but you
5.
keep all your weapons. From
Yeah.
GTA 5.
But I thought you had to keep your weapons, but you don't have any ammo.
Nope.
No?
That's only when you get arrested by the cops,
Oh,
and I
right.
think
Yeah,
they patched
missions,
that.
it just gives you an option to retry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for the
I
main
think
story
that's-
missions anyway.
Yep, I think you just
Yeah.
lose your ammo
Yeah.
that you've used up.
So, so the reason you kept seeing me popping it
Yeah.
out is because I didn't want to lose all my weapons because I was broke as fuck. It's a very good simulator game. So what I would do is I was just exiting the game and then starting it back up again to like reload my save because there's no load game thing. But it turns out you can actually within the game you can, like I thought you could just load your game, but you actually have to go start new game and then it gives you an option to load game. I don't know why. There's no like usually it's like new game and load in the menu.
Yeah.
It's just new game. You pick new game and then you can create like start new or load. So once I figured that out, then I wasn't. But that's why you saw me every time I failed
Yeah.
a mission, I was quitting the game and starting it back up.
You know what reminds me of how you load a game in Red Dead. You can't just load it off the
Yeah.
bat. You have to load. It loads the last autosave, and then
Yeah.
you have to
Go back in.
go
back
into the
and
menu
load,
to
yeah.
go. I was like, this is kind of archaic.
We're
So
spoiled.
as a result of how many times I've died, Steam says I played 14 hours, which is what I've actually played, but my game file says I played like 6 or 7 because I lost half my time to failing.
To load it.
Yeah.
That's funny. San Andreas was PS2, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's really fun though. Like
Sex, the hidden sex scene.
hot coffee.
Hot
Well, they patched
coffee.
it out, but to get the widescreen to work, I had to overwrite and revert to an older version. So I think technically it probably has it in it.
Nice.
But yeah, no, like I forgot. I knew about all the features of it when it came out. I just kind of forgot about it over time. But I'm just surprised how much they left out of GTA 5. Like the working out stuff is
Yeah,
really
because
fun.
that's what
and
I
the-
was just thinking. Because like,
Yeah.
you work out and it's like your
Yeah, you
body,
gotta-
your
My guy's
composition
jacked, yeah.
changes.
Yeah, I thought that's what they were doing in number 5 with all the fitness stuff, right? You got to
But
swim.
it's just
triathlon,
you get a little
stuff
bar.
like
It's like, oh, you're a little bit stronger now.
that. Yeah.
But I guess they're probably focused. They had to make a new engine, right? Like with the PS2 games, they basically just refined it from 3 to Vice City
Oh,
to
right.
San Andreas. So they probably already had the engine built, and they had more time to focus on features like that. But they had to build a new engine for.
I'm really
Before-
hoping they add. I don't care about anymore. Even though I've loved
Yeah.
everything up to this point, I don't care about the clothes. I don't care about the cars.
Those are fun though.
I know.
The shopping.
I know.
Shopping,
But
guys.
I want
Yeah.
because they have basketball courts in GTA 5. They have
Yeah. They have a lot of
they have-
Yeah, I know.
Thing.
But there's no basketball.
There's no basketball. They have beach volleyball. They have like that workout by the beach.
Yeah.
Like it's all there. They just have to go. Okay, well we'll just add
Skate
this
parks.
content. Skate parks.
Just think about
Yeah.
doing tricks off that. That'd
But
be cool.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's probably not quite that simple because you have to like
You have to-
actually make like physics for skateboarding in the game. Like you
Yeah.
can't.
And that's the same with basketball. That's the same
Yeah.
with volleyball, which is probably why they're not going to do it. But it would be awesome if they did.
It would have been sweet at the ultimate if they obviously just didn't have enough time. I mean, look
Yeah.
how
And
much
I've
time
ex-
is needed just to get a working part of the game working for online.
It would also be awesome if Franklin could play tennis. Can't play tennis.
Yeah, it was really weird.
That's yeah.
Everyone but
really
Frank.
funny.
It was working at first.
No, he
it's-
can't.
It's
You-
a, it's
he
a thing.
can't. He on his map, on his mini map,
Yeah.
He can't.
can't go to the tennis courts and play tennis.
Like he can
Sorry,
go
who's
to the
this that
tennis
can't?
court.
Franklin.
Franklin in online.
In-
I'm
oh, yeah.
pretty sure it's
like,
a
what?
it's a.
You can't play as
racist
Franklin online, can you?
No,
Or you
no,
mean
no,
Not
no,
online?
online, just
In
thing.
single
It's
player.
single
Oh,
player,
okay.
and I
You
think
can
they
go
do
to the
that
tennis courts.
intentionally.
But you cannot.
I don't
play
think you can
tennis.
play as tennis as.
Can you play
Trevor
golf,
either.
though?
Which is a
Because-
No,
weird.
yeah,
you can play golf, which is weird.
Because golf's
Like,
more of a white
more of a
man
war.
sport.
it is a rich.
Yeah,
But then you think about it, it's like Tiger.
yeah, that's true.
But
But,
then
I mean,
again-
like
And other
I don't
golfers.
know.
stereotypically,
Like
Oddly enough, the name does escape me, but he was ranked number 1 a
yes,
couple.
VJ Singh.
VJ Singh.
yeah.
So it's like, I know a bit about golf, even though I suck at it. Haven't picked up a club in 10 years.
Next Friday.
Next Friday is going to be fun.
What?
Don't worry, you'll be drunk by the third hole. Depends which the shot hole is. Once you get past the shot hole, you're done.
I got to go to the drive.
We'll have our own golf party.
Because last year they had like 8 different drinks, and we took shots of each one.
Anyways,
Yes, but anyways.
what else have you been
Team
playing
Drum
outside of
Cast.
that?
So a bit more Wii U stuff I mentioned last time, but mostly San Andreas.
How far are you now in Monster Hunter? Because I have not started.
No, I'm 4 hours. I haven't
4 hours?
I haven't really played it much. I was going to wait for you to kind of start your
Okay.
file, and I got other stuff to play.
I'll do
too,
that
So.
as well.
No rush. I was playing. Yeah, no. Everything else I talked about the last podcast. So, yeah.
Well, I've been still played a little bit more of Rogue Legacy. I think I talked about that last week.
Rogue Legacy.
Yeah, that is the roguelike game where I know that sounds kind of weird. I'll explain.
The legacy of the Rogue game.
Do you know what roguelike games are? So Splunky.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
it randomly generates every single time you enter. But this one's kind of funny because every time you die, you play as your son, who has
It's like that game. Infinity Blade.
Oh yeah.
that was the first one. They changed that and they nerfed that and explained.
Oh.
Yeah, it's weird. I'll talk about that another time.
Fail reference.
That's a great it's a good
No,
reference because
okay.
the Infinity Blade 1 did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then by the end of Infinity Blade 1, it's like there's a twist, and you're never gonna play it.
What's the twist?
Spoilers. My iPad's right there. I'm going to play Infinity Blade.
Oh yeah, I actually really like that game.
No, I had fun with it too.
I've bought
I have
all
no
three of
interest in
them,
game
and
on my-
I've beaten them multiple times. Yeah, there's a twist where it's like it's not your son. It's like a clone of you, and they introduce like a different species called. Yeah, it's weird. Anyways, Rogue Legacy. You play every time you die, you play as your son, and your son could have various deformalities that could either change the gameplay. So one's like Vertigo, where you are running on the roof upside down. Other ones you can only see black and white.
Oh, that's cool.
Other ones like it's called the One, where it's like all techno-y like the Matrix. So there's
Okay.
and then you buy upgrades for weapons and stuff. It's really fun. I beat one of the bosses finally, so I was really stoked about that. There's like 5 bosses you have to beat. So I played that for a bit. Played some more Titanfall, but not as much as you. I saw you were playing last night. So I did. Yeah, I was quite sad. And then so I played a bit more, and then I played The Wolf Among Us. I picked that up again and started playing it. So good. It's
Had to get on that.
Yeah.
it and then because I have the first 11 issues of Fables. Sorry, I really hit that hard there.
I had the first
And if you, well, I wouldn't say read them before because it's a prequel, but you should definitely look into buying those issues because they're really good. But I couldn't wait, so I bought 11 issues and read them all.
Nice.
So it spoiled some things for me, but it was nice to. And that's why I took a break from it, so I can go back in kind of fresh mind.
Yeah.
So, and after this, I'm probably going to play episode 4, and then.
Nice.
I will probably go buy it when I get home.
Yeah. And then I am, I think, single digits away from getting second overall in the league for NBA 2K
Like single digits in points?
in our division. So
Oh, I see.
it's we can go to the playoffs.
Oh, shit.
So,
Playoffs.
yeah,
Playoffs.
So yeah, having fun with that. Racking up some points, 30 points a game now,
No biggie.
Start-
I was hitting 5 points a game.
and you're a post.
I still don't know what that means.
You're like the big guy in the paint that is like right by the basket,
Oh.
and if they pass you the ball, you pretty much just
Yeah,
get
but
up on the
I'm never
stick.
open. They never passed me.
They never pass to me,
Oh.
and I get mad, and I'm like,
If I call for it, I get bad grades.
well, yeah, you can't just keep hitting X.
I know. So I just never score points.
Anyways,
Anyways.
Just give her the ball.
Yeah.
yeah, he's really tall. He's like, you're like what, 7'2" in that game?
No, I think I made them. Maybe that's my problem. I think I made him closer to my height.
No, you're pretty tall. I made my guy closer to my height.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I think I made a first guy, and I played it. I was like, I forgot that like this will actually affect how I play the game. So
Yeah.
I made another one, and I made him taller.
That's funny.
So I've been playing a bit of that,
Okay.
and I picked up Strider because it was free to play. Their
Yeah, I need to do that.
PlayStation Plus, and I played a couple hours into that.
Okay.
Pretty awesome. I was stoked when I heard that was coming out as being free. I was like, done.
Worth your money?
Worth my $50 a year.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Cool. Yep, been playing Titanfall. It's well, it was funny because I
Did you
finally
fall for it?
understand. Oh. Anyway,
Oh.
it's like the. Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think I've been playing a lot? Titanfall definitely has the similar prestiging stuff as Call of Duty.
Oh, really? So people just stay at 50 and they just...
Yeah,
Don't
because I saw
prestige.
someone that was like, "Oh, there's numbers, those emblems,
Yeah.
those tags. That's what it represents, 2 through."
Oh.
So I saw someone yesterday who was like 9.
Yeah.
So they're prestige like 9 times.
Jesus.
So
Oh.
Oh wow.
yeah,
Prestige means like you reach the level
You reach
cap and then
50
you
and then
start over
reset,
again.
yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I can see how some people have played for like 14 days.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
yeah. So I
Wow.
can't wait to do that.
Does prestiging like give you an advantage, or does it just mean
I
more experience?
don't. I don't know unless
Okay.
it's different in Titanfall.
That's good then.
But it's pointless. I hated that about Call of Duty.
Yeah,
Like,
because it's
oh,
like
level 50, and it's like, why would I want it? Because now I lose all my guns. I got to
Yeah.
redo it everything.
so the prestige thing is basically just can boast like, yeah, I've reached the max level this many times kind
Yeah.
of thing.
I've
Yeah.
prestiged twice in a Call of Duty game.
Oh, okay.
It unlocks other stuff.
Oh.
Like emblems
Oh, does
and
it?
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
okay, that makes sense.
But after a while, it's like I remember there's some streamers that I watch that after every Call of Duty game, and I think they did it for Titanfall as well, they try and max out the prestige in one stream.
Wow.
Holy moly.
So they
Crazy
stream
bastards.
for like days and weeks, and
Wow.
and they do it. And some like I think they actually
That's
called
nuts.
it off this year because it was too much, and they're like, we can't keep going.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, and then you think about it, it's like, why would you do that? Some people really like that. Other people, where are you going, John?
Just got like a drink. I'm sorry.
Nice. No, John. Hashtag John never hosts.
Okay.
No, but like, yeah. If I find a gun in the game that I like, it's
That's
like,
the most annoying part.
I'm
You find
not
because
going to
usually
do
they
that.
don't. The first guns they give you aren't the best ones. You
No.
gotta unlock them. So
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
and the
Okay.
game's about using guns. So
and Titans. You forgot. And Paul.
I got crushed by a Titan for the first time. It was pretty hilarious. I jumped out of my Titan blowing up, and then I got crushed from the sky from another Titan.
Oh, I got crushed from the
Like
ground. So you launched up in the air, and then it was like, "Hey, I'm gonna
Yeah,
do
yeah. As I was falling, another one fell out of the sky. And I was like, "Fuck."
That's pretty fun."
Yeah.
I wonder if someone called down their Titan on your Titan to crush your Titan, and then they didn't realize your Titan was about to blow up,
Yeah,
and
I
then
think
maybe
that's what
ejected.
happened.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny.
Oh wow.
It was pretty comical, even though I was pissed.
That's bullshit, but hilarious.
It's actually hilarious.
Yeah.
What else have we been playing? I bought, or I didn't buy technically. I was given Divinity Sin.
Did Matt buy it for you?
Did he buy it for you?
No, he bought the DLC in it, or
Oh, it came
two
with
copies.
Oh, nice.
And all the DLC and stuff. So I got 3 games with it. Technically, I got the original 2,
Oh,
Divine Divinity and Sin something.
there's
Sinity,
others?
Divinity,
Sincinity.
I thought it was all DLC, and I had no idea.
Oh, okay.
But anyway,
Oh, wow.
once I looked it up and stuff,
Yeah.
the game is actually quite reputable at the moment.
Oh,
It's
cool.
#1 seller on Steam this week.
Nice.
IGN and stuff, Metacritic are giving it like 8.9s and
What
stuff.
type of game is it?
It is a combined Diablo and Baldur's Gate.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it is basically a 3D version, top-down, turn-based. So it is actually pretty, like, that's a cool idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's, so I am looking for it. I just don't know what the game's about exactly.
Fair enough. Cool. John, what have you been playing?
Yeah, John.
Hey, buddy.
I've been playing.
Nobody cares.
Okay,
Moving
so
on.
on to the news. I've been playing Civ 5. Been enjoying that.
Yeah?
Oh,
like a campaign?
We
or-
have to play a game.
Yeah, just the regular whatever.
Yeah.
Surprised you just
Yeah,
get into
yeah.
it.
Jeff
Play
and I
together.
played for 3 hours, and
4 or 5.
4 or
and
5.
we finished half of a game.
We didn't.
Yeah, it
we
takes
haven't
so
beaten
long.
one person.
Yeah.
Did you like dominate anyone?
We were starting, and
We were just playing against a computer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, did
and-
you like try to take over cities?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were currently taking over a city, and then I think we may have actually taken someone out of the game, or
We got rid of
Jeff-
one.
Yeah,
But I picked a large map, and there was like too many. Oh, God.
yeah. It was so bad. But it was like 3 hours later, and we're like, wow, we have done one thing.
Yeah, but it was cool once
That's
I
the
started
one
getting the
thing.
hang of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I made the mistake of playing tutorial,
Oh, I did that too.
and
I did
I
that.
played it. And this was like at 9 at night, so I was like up till like 1 in the morning.
Yeah, so it's like a
22.
3 or 4 hour tutorial.
Yeah.
No, I didn't finish the
Oh.
tutorial.
I dropped out
I
at
was
that
like-
same time.
I was like, okay,
Yeah.
you know, I'm just gonna start this over or continue this next day.
Nope.
There's
Oh,
no
okay.
fucking save. It's just a tutorial. They don't even tell you. You're wasting your fucking time. Go and play the main game. Does the
figure
same
it
thing.
out.
Yeah.
Does the same
Okay.
thing. I wasted my time doing a tutorial. I was like,
I did that
so
too.
pissed.
When I first got it, and I was like, I'm going to play this. I'm going to do the tutorial. And I played for 3 hours, and I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah,
So I quit, and I'm like, I wonder if it's saved. Booted it back up.
yeah. So that's
Well,
what I
that's
thought too. It's like
annoying.
I was like, oh, games this day and age should autosave, so maybe I just can't like save. Maybe
Yeah.
they don't want me to cheat or something.
No.
So no,
They just
I was-
wanted you to hate your life.
Yeah.
and they probably did a good job.
I was just like,
But then
Wow.
you kept playing.
I did,
there
Yeah,
you
I
go.
did.
Cool.
but I
Real
learned from my
Civil 5
mistakes.
starts
There you
here.
I've also been playing Wolfenstein finally
Nice.
after it being sealed and on my shelf for the past 5 weeks or so.
Yeah.
No, I'm surprised I haven't played it earlier. It's such a good game. I'm really liking it. They've done a really good job with it.
Can I borrow it?
Yeah, sure.
Cool, man.
It's just over there.
Sweet. I didn't know you Jeff had your copy.
Yeah, the story and like atmosphere and like the music and stuff like that. It's all really well put together.
So,
Yeah.
from what I've seen, there's a lot of lovemaking.
Not really. There's like 2 scenes in the whole game.
Yeah,
one at the
like
beginning and one
the
at the
one
end.
at the beginning, but it wasn't
Yeah.
really much.
You don't really see much.
You know,
You
just
see
go on the internet.
Yeah.
Just go to the,
And search up Wolfenstein. Let's
I see.
Wolfenstein.
Yeah, I find. How have you been playing? Like, kind of mix of stealth and shooting, or
just mostly stealth if I can get away with it.
yeah,
There's sometimes I just mess up and I just can't. But no, now I've been playing more stealth, trying to take out the commanders, and then
yeah. That's
Go
the best.
gung-ho.
That's my favorite way. You get rid of the commanders so they can't call reinforcements,
yeah,
and then just double shotguns or double assault rifles, and just
because I had no idea what the signals meant. I was like, what are these?
yeah. I
For the
thought they were
longest time-
objectives or something like that.
Yeah, I thought they were like kind of like radar, but I had no idea what they meant. Well, they're kind of radar in a way, like you're getting closer to the enemy.
Yeah.
But-
So like each level has like the commanders, like the high-ranking officers, and they can call reinforcements. So if you like get spotted by them, they'll call like a bunch of extra waves of enemies to attack you. But if
Okay.
you take them out first, then you can go after the remaining guards in there, and they won't call back up.
Nice.
Yeah, and there's an indicator that's saying you're 25 meters away, and then
Yeah.
it increases or decreases based on direction, right? Playing hot and cold.
Mhm.
Yeah, I had no idea what that meant. I thought it was just somebody was like, gonna get alerted.
Yeah, I was the same way. I kind of figured it out like halfway through the game.
So yeah, no, it's cool learning from your mistakes when you're on level 6 trying to fight
Trying to fight that big mech.
Big Mech and
Yeah.
circling around.
I ran around for like 20 minutes there.
Yeah, but no, that's it.
Spoilers, you fight a big neck.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fight-
I'm not going to buy... I'm
you
not
fight
gonna buy the game
Nazis?
anymore.
In this game.
What?
So major spoiler.
Yep.
Wow. Max, I thought it was Metal Gear. Spoilers.
So yeah.
Cool.
All right, so on to the news.
Sweet.
Um,
No newsstands?
No news
Nope.
dance because we're
doo-doo.
still going.
All right.
Oh, okay. Well, so the PS4, PS3, and Vita hit sales of 100 million. Was it estimated 84 for PS3, 8 for Vita, and 8 for PS4?
Wow.
Those
Yeah.
are my own estimates, just based
Oh.
on.
Just based on
No,
numbers
that's why I put
picked out of
estimated.
the
There's
air.
no like official.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to come up with rough figures because
Yeah.
I find the sales interesting. So the PS3 hit 80 million. There's a PS blog post on it in November of 2013.
hmm
So and we know as of November, right before PS4 came out, there was 80 million PS3s, and now they're at 100 million combined PS3s, PS4, and Vita.
Oh, I see.
So
Okay.
Vita sold 3 million in Japan. I think it's around 2 million in the States, and I figured like 3 million
Sense
for Europe, which is why
Mhm.
how I got 8.
Oh,
and then
okay.
you just whatever's left is PS. They announced 7 million for PS4 a couple months ago, but it slowed a lot, just like the Xbox One has.
Yeah, not a lot of games, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And
Kind of a slow
time,
summer and
yeah.
stuff. So I'm sure it'll pick up when Last of Us hits again.
This holiday season.
And yeah, and then the holiday that would be
October.
Yeah.
yeah, October, November, December.
Jesus.
So
That's going to be insane.
I'm glad you did the math on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Feel free to double check it later, though.
Yeah.
We'll revisit it. on
I'll
that.
call up the Sony CEO.
Yo, guys, could you check these? Can you run these numbers?
The interesting thing, though, is that when I looked up, some other people did some number crunching too, and they came up with 4.2 million PS4s between October and March. Or, sorry, PS3s. 4.2 million PS3s between October and March is really impressive.
Yeah.
For an older.
Yeah, I mean, it's a PS3. Like,
didn't really push
4.2 million,
anything
that's over half of what the PS4s have sold, and that's the same as the Xbox Ones have sold.
Yeah, it is surprising, and that's not even it's last
Mhm.
summer that the last PS3 generation came out, right?
Yeah.
the new model.
But the 360 is doing good too. It also sold 4 million in roughly the same period, like from the time Xbox One launched till now.
I think that because it's still doing well, and I think the reason for that is Gone with Gold, or what is that?
Games with Gold.
Games with Gold.
Yeah.
Gone with Gold.
Mhm.
Xbox has been doing much better every single month.
Yeah,
putting
the games
out
are getting newer and
newer,
Yeah.
and so I mean,
Yeah, like Dark Souls.
yeah,
Yeah, I would have to look and see what's planned for the next couple months. But that was like a really sweet title that
Mhm.
they made me be like, holy shit, like, that's fucking awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
So you all should get that and play it because it's an amazing game.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, Jeff.
it's all right. I only have 60 hours in it. I looked at your Steam page. You have like 160.
And that's
Plus
just
what you
the
have on the
PC
PS3
version.
one.
Which is like
let's
double.
just calm down. Maybe over 500 hours.
All combined,
Yeah.
100.
I deleted a 60-hour character on that game, so that's not even like recorded.
Did I just delete my character? Yes. That was the best. It was the funniest, but like this disheartening moment on Skype that I've ever seen. It's like, oh my god. Which is just
Sign on.
Did
Also
I-
stoked to play some Dark
Did
Souls.
I just
and the
delete
next
my
thing you know,
60-hour character?
I
And I'm
just
like,
deleted
oh
all my
no.
progress.
That's so good. Everyone, apparently, this is the get up and leave the table cast. So
Welcome.
see you guys. I'm just gonna.
I'm starting the
Fuck outta
trend
here,
here,
Gamecast.
so thanks for watching.
No,
We'll see you later.
I'm proving scientifically that you can actually catch a cold within 5 weeks of another cold.
Oh no, you caught that cold.
I'm pretty sure I caught it from Leonard. Asshole.
And now we're all going to catch it from you.
Yeah.
Thanks,
It's a
Ryan.
vicious cycle.
I'm with him like every day. Now.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, you
If he-
just,
if
you
he
just
gets a
moved
cold-
like 80 computers, so you could have got it from any one of those.
You could have caught a virus.
T-virus. What's next,
I'm
John?
gonna have to quarantine it.
What is next? A little game we like to call Alien Isolation DLC. Features the original Alien cast. And the only way you can get it
Mm-hmm.
is through pre-orders. But get
so I can
this.
pre-order on PSN and get it?
No, get this.
What about Best
You
Buy?
can only
Oh,
pre-order
Future
it
Shop, John.
GameStop.
What if I don't want to pre-order
So-
GameStop?
You're
Half-
shit out of luck.
Half of this news is amazing.
The fact that you can play as Ripley
fact-
and like
Yeah.
yeah,
And it's like it brings all the original
Original
cast
cast?
together.
Lambert and I can't remember all their names.
And it's
Sigourney Weaver.
such an homage to such a great series of movies.
Yeah.
So I like that. Good on you. The second half is what I hate about DLC right now.
And we'll get that.
But if you give us free DLC for certain games, we'll
Love
take it.
it.
We'll take it. However, DLC now, it's like...
We have that on the top.
we'll talk about that later, I guess.
We'll rant about
we have
this
a rant.
later.
Yeah.
About the
And-
hate.
I was just too excited. And
A few minutes.
I just wanted to rant right away.
Yeah, that's okay.
When's that
Yeah.
out, John?
When it is out? When is it out?
Alien Isolation?
Doesn't say.
No, it's the first week of October, I believe.
But the
First-
DLC will
oh,
probably
yeah.
be later.
Yeah, they weren't clear on that.
Yeah.
I mean, DLC should be later because if it's available at launch, then why the fuck isn't it on the disc? Which is a whole other conversation. It wouldn't be
It's
unprecedented.
happened.
Yeah, I know it's happened, but I'm hoping that
Bioware.
it's like later.
That conversation's always been there.
Yeah.
All right, so Titanfall DLC, Frontier's Edge.
Yeah, that's the second of the 3 for the season pass.
Oh, really?
I'm guessing it's new maps and maybe a game type or 2.
And maybe some new weapons.
Maybe some new weapons. we really didn't look into that one.
Nope.
No.
It was one of the news. I
New
found.
weapons? That'd be kind of cool.
That's
You honestly
exciting.
don't see that a lot.
No. Well, Call of Duty they do, but it's not
Yeah.
DLC. It's like you can buy this gun,
For
and you're
money.
like,
Yeah, but
for,
actually
like-
adding it, when it didn't exist before.
What else, John?
When are they coming? When are
So,
they going
I'm just gonna
to with
Google
the?
hold on, let me get this straight. 2 of the 4 of us have gotten up from this table. Jeff pulls out his Vita
I'm checking out the Titanfall DLC to see what it is.
on your
'Cause-
Vita.
Well, because my phone is right there, and he's got the iPad. Give me a break.
Stop this
Jeez, no
man.
pleasing you people.
He's actually playing games.
What's it called again?
Titanfall.
Frontiers.
Titanfall.
Frontiers.
Of course, Frontiers
I don't
Edge.
know what you
Xbox One.
It's that shitty game
TITAN.
called.
DLC. Also,
But yeah, I mean, we've been playing Titanfall for a bit now, and I mean, I have the season pass. Maybe you should get the season pass too, so we can
I
play.
can't.
I was thinking.
Oh yeah,
No, you
right.
can now. You can buy stuff.
Yeah,
again.
you can.
I don't want to.
You don't want
You
to
don't want to go through that hell.
But I mean, I would like to see some of the other maps because
I would too, and so I will probably suffer until it bleeds
and have like
try
that
and beat
3-week
this.
conversation with EA.
I'll
wanna buy
see
more
what I'll do
money
is I will
for
make
more
another
stuff
new
in the game.
account just to buy the DLC. I'll cancel the account. I'll get them to transfer it over to my other account.
There you go.
I'll
Done.
steal your credit card,
Perfect.
And
charge
It all
to his.
comes
you
together.
can call my credit card company to see.
If you're allowed to
Right.
buy things
Video.
online.
Right. Right.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited about the DLC. So
3 new maps for Frontiers Edge.
oh, so no guns.
Well, hold on.
Shit.
The next round of DLC for Titanfall, Frontiers Edge will add 3 new maps to the game's multiplayer mode. Frontiers Edge introduces the Dig Site Isolated Mining Outpost, the Haven Beach Resort, and Mountainside Mining Site Export. That's all I got.
Okay, so yeah, so it's probably just new maps. Which
It's
I'm
included
okay
in the $24.99 season pass or available on its own for $9.99. These packs are available for Xbox One, 360, and PC versions of the game.
with. New maps always good. So
$10 for that is not actually bad. I'm pretty sure the Call of Duty stuff usually
$15 each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
They should do that Optimus Prime. I was really seriously. I was like, when I saw
There we
that
go.
trailer, I was sold on buying it. I was sold. I was like, fuck everything I said about Titanfall. I'm gonna buy it for this.
And that's honestly the exact same thing. And it wasn't until like halfway through the day when we were having conversations on our phones. It's like, that was April Fool's joke. And I was like, God damn it.
Titanfall 2?
Optimus
Not
Prime.
just Optimus Prime. All the Titans are Transformers, and when you hop in them, you can actually transform them
Oh.
and turn them into vehicles.
That'll be sick.
And then it
So
turns
it's
into
actually-
a vehicle combat game
Yeah, oh my
mixed
God.
with what Titanfall currently is, the parkour shooting.
with Titans.
I'm-
with a racing mode.
They could do that.
Yeah, with day one.
that would be so. Like,
Think like Twisted Metal meets Call of Duty.
it's so funny
could do
that
that.
it's so funny that he says, and it's race, and there's a racing mode. Arma 3 has DLC for go karts. Arma
I saw
3
that.
is an army simulator. So it's like, why would you? It's so awesome too. I saw some video on it, and it's like people are driving around the maps and going to like the different towns.
It's like how it was in Halo because they did such a good job with vehicles, so people literally just made racing maps.
Yeah.
out of
and
dirt
then
and shit.
Bungie took it and said, "We're just going to make this game." So
But yeah, no, it would be sweet. What was it High Moon? They did the Transformers 3 movie adaptation.
Did they do that one?
Yeah, they did.
I
that
thought
one.
they just did the
But,
Fall of Cybertron and
They did War for Cybertron and
War-
Fall of Cybertron.
Yeah.
But John's
And-
saying they did
and-
the one before that?
Yeah, they did the.
Oh, maybe
no,
that's-
they didn't. No, they did that.
Revenge of the Fallen.
Yeah, or,
That was the second one movie.
or the third one, Dark of the Moon.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, and they did a really like I was playing a little bit. And I was like,
Yeah.
wow, this is really well done.
They probably used
Well,
their engine from
obviously
the other
they-
ones, right?
yeah. Like the way they transform seamlessly and start driving around and
Yeah.
shooting. You know that mechanics from. Have you seen the newest Batman where the cars are like strafing?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
played Fall
Yeah.
of Cybertron. Or the,
Oh,
no,
okay.
the first one, War for
yeah,
Cybertron. I played it.
I never played much of it, so I
Yeah.
don't remember. So yeah, I guess it has that same mechanics, and
And then
they
they
could do that for time.
Metacritic scores for those were like mid-70s to 80, like good. The new one that they handed off to
yeah, I was just gonna say they didn't do the new one.
No, they
Rise
didn't.
of the Dark Spark, 48. So
Yeah,
you can hand off the engine in your game, but it just goes to show just because
must be a new team or something.
It is, yeah, it's a
Yeah,
different
it's a different
developer.
developer,
So
so.
High Moon is clearly, responsible for the success of those.
Then they made Deadpool.
Oh yeah,
I didn't hear it was bad.
Who's
I know.
alive?
I heard it was great. It's just
Short, right?
Very short,
Yeah.
and Nolan North is a great voice actor.
Yeah.
And the stuff he says is funny, but it's just you can't just go on his voice alone.
Yeah.
So it was still a decent game. Anyways, other gaming news.
Lords of the Falling coming out this October.
Lords of the Fallen.
Lords, what did I say?
Falling.
Falling.
Warts are falling?
Fallen. Lords
Titan Falling?
of the Fallen.
Gravity.
Lords
Maybe
of the
someone
Fallen.
who is writing the news should listen with me. I'm just kidding. I'm giving you-
Is it Lords of the Falling or Fallen?
Is that
Fallen.
Lord of the Rings?
I wrote fallen, didn't I?
Fallen. Yeah, you did.
Okay.
They announced
I just
their
can't talk.
release
What is it?
date. It is October 31st.
What is the
This is
game?
October 8th, October here. So I don't know if I can believe what's coming out of your mouth.
Sorry.
At the time of the news, it was unconfirmed. Have we confirmed the
I
release date?
confirmed, yes.
Okay.
So it is October 31st, which is kind of interesting because it's a new IP. And it's going up in a month where there's tons of games. A ridiculous amount of games.
So it's dead already.
Yeah.
It's, I don't want to say it's dead because, like, if you watch the gameplay that they showed a ton of gameplay at E3. It's Dark Souls meets Borderlands.
They said that about another game.
Dark Souls with guns?
No, Dark Souls with like weapon customizations, and then you can on the fly switch your classes, and then depending on what you switch your class to, you could kind of fight enemies in different ways, and it is very interesting. Rather than I have a sword and a shield, I have a sword and two-handed, I have arrows, I have magic. It's like I have kick-ass magic, I have 2 daggers that change my complete stance so it moves quicker and all that, or I'm like a tank. And it looks amazing. It has a lot. It pulls a lot from Dark Souls. So if you die, you have one chance to go back and grab your things. And so it's like,
So it's got some hardcoreness to it.
yes. And I recommend anyone go out and watch some of the videos that they showed. There's some of the gameplay videos they showed at E3.
Oh, wait. For the reviews.
Just like you did with 007 Legends.
Ooh! Nailed it.
Actually, just hit and crack my knuckle. Kind of hurt.
Wow.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It's like having a large piece of plywood shoved up your ass. So,
A 2x4?
yeah.
But then you removed it. 'cause you
And
were
all the
turning
splinters come out. And
Wow.
yeah.
it. Wow.
You know what? I'm going to say this. I want the 007 license to go back to EA.
I want nothing to go to EA. They ruin everything they touch lately. DICE was a
Yeah.
good developer before EA took over them.
But I mean, the best games of 007 minus GoldenEye, just throw that out there, came from EA.
EA of the past, man.
Visceral
EA's
made
changed.
what's the game that we played on Couch Co-op?
Everything.
Everything.
Or Nothing. Visceral made that.
No,
The team that
they
went
actually
on,
did.
the team that went on to be Visceral.
Oh,
I should say.
okay.
And they made From Russia with Love with Sean Connery voice acting.
To be honest,
that
I found that game really frustrating.
When you were playing it?
Yes.
But
Well, it's,
Like,
you have to look at it like when it came out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of games now, you go back and play them. Like I said, playing San Andreas. It's
The
fun just
controls
'cause
were really weird.
Yeah.
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 You guys should watch that Couch Co-op
at the
episode.
time, that
Soon
game
be
was
on their
hailed as
website.
like the shit. Because it was.
And that's the thing. Like
Yeah.
when I played Halo, I remember playing it on New Year's. I went over to a friend's house, and I started playing Halo. I was like, "This game sucks." Look at me. This game
can't.
sucks. And then I picked it up again a couple years later. I'm like, "Oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever played." Because I didn't get used to the controls, and then I played other first-person shooters that took their controls. And I was
Yeah,
like, oh
but
my
that
God.
was after. That was, I don't know. Are you talking about Halo 1?
Yeah.
Halo 1 like started that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I was just sitting there. I was like,
I had the opposite reaction. I got, the Xbox was like one of the first things I bought with my first job when I got a job in 2003.
yeah.
And I bought the Xbox and Halo. And yeah, my friend came over and like I was just playing the campaign and they just plugged in another controller
Yeah.
and started playing with me. Played through all 10 levels in like a weekend, and we
Yeah.
were just like holy shit.
Well, that's the thing.
This changes everything.
I went from GameCube to PS3,
Yeah.
pretty much. Didn't pick up an Xbox until...
Okay.
Well, my brother had an Xbox, so I picked up an Xbox 360.
Okay, so you didn't have an OG
So
Xbox.
I never had an OG Xbox. I played Halo on my brother's OG Xbox. Played another game, Iron Phoenix. Seriously, one of the best games on the original Xbox. But when I played Halo, it was like I'm still thinking of Everything or Nothing, and I'm like, oh, this would never do
I do
well.
remember that shock too, because
It has a very-
coming into that era.
We
It has a
think
very
now, it's
distinct control style, right?
Yeah.
It's slower a little bit than a lot of other shooters were at the time. Weightier, the two weapons.
But now it's like every...
yeah.
So it's like, now it's like, oh yeah, I can pick up a first-person shooter and play it.
The thing I
Yeah.
love about Halo, like I haven't played as much of the recent ones as you guys. The thing I still like about it, like from a competitive standpoint, is the shield system.
Yeah.
Because it emphasizes skill over luck. The thing I don't like about Call of Duty is like someone comes up behind me, I'm fucking dead because I don't see them. But Halo, you have enough time that someone starts shooting at you with your shield that if you're good enough, you can still turn around and fucking destroy them.
I used to do that.
Grenade bank shots.
Yeah.
That's why Halo 3
And
was my,
That was his jam.
So,
Halo 3.
and it's fine in tactical stuff, like, because Counter-Strike is like one-shot kill, but it's about knowing the maps and being sneaky and getting the drop on your opponents. But I don't know, when I play Call of Duty, I just find it frustrating
Yeah,
sometimes.
Call of Duty is just, who sees each other first,
Yeah.
line of sight, and
Yeah.
you're pretty much done. That was my
And
favorite.
it's fine if the spawn points are good, but one of the complaints I've seen about
Call of
Ghosts is
Duty
that the
spawn
spawns are
points.
just fucked.
That's what made Halo
Like, you're
3
right
so
in the middle.
competitive.
Yeah. And then people are like, oh, okay, if I stay in the middle in a bush,
Yeah.
I could kill you like 5 times.
Yeah, because I'm
in
like
2
spawn,
seconds.
and I'm like, dead.
And then you respawn, oh, they're dead.
Maybe this
So
time.
aggravating, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. Yep, that's something I could go on for hours about. So.
Yeah, I know. We kind of went on a tangent. What else is in the news?
I want like a podcast where I just
I was
rant
gonna-
about the original Xbox, because I actually by the end I played that more than my PS2. I fucking love the shit out of that thing because I didn't have a gaming PC, right? So
Yeah.
I played Doom 3 on my original Xbox.
Wow.
It ran like shit, but
Yeah.
it was Doom 3. It was Doom 3, man.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the first time I played Halo with those kind of controls, it took a bit to get used to, but it was really natural.
Yeah.
It was just
Really?
like this
Oh.
made sense.
For me, it was
This
like
makes sense. You're like instead of using the C buttons on a fucking.
And it's funny you say that because I know so many people who try and play it, or even just like people like just who aren't like familiar with gaming, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I just can't get like the two analogs." To-" It's funny how like that was the thing. That was
Yeah.
the thing in gaming.
Well, like
Yeah.
my first introduction to that was the GameCube controller, and so the C button, C stick, was not good for
no.
second direction.
Oh,
So when I was
no,
like sitting
it's
there and I'm like,
terrible.
oh my god, this moves too freely. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna freak out. So it was like, so when I first like Halo, I was like, no, this is never gonna do well. And lo and behold, I pick it up like 3 years later.
Well, my sister doesn't play games, and when I first moved into here, I was showing her The Last of Us and like some of the cutscene stuff, and I let her play the intro, and she just couldn't. The two analog sticks, she's like, she's not doing them at the same time. She'll like move with the left one and then stop, and then look around with it. Like it's like that.
oh yeah.
And then
Rubbing
she-
stomach and patting. I couldn't get it because I'm so used to it. But then she played Portal on the PC,
Yeah.
and the mouse and keyboard thing was totally natural to her,
So
Yeah.
which is weird because a lot of people have problems when they come from controllers.
to PC.
I had that issue.
Yeah.
With shooters on PC,
Mhm.
that's why I still prefer to play shooters on PC with a controller.
Oh.
see,
Okay.
it depends on the game. Battlefield for me,
Mhm.
keyboard mouse.
Yes.
Titanfall, like joystick.
It's probably because it maybe depends on the game. Because like
Certain games were developed that way. Like Titanfall was developed like
Mhm.
Xbox.
Like
first,
I played the Halo 1 port on PC way back in the day at
Yeah.
Blue Shift Gaming, and it just felt
I
weird with
played-
the keyboard.
I
and
was
mouse.
there.
Yeah,
Wait, there's different
That
ones.
was West Ed, wasn't
I
it?
won
there was one in Westmount, right across from my
Yeah.
high
I
school.
went
So
to
we used to go.
West
We used to go there. I'd play Battlefield Vietnam and Halo.
I
and,
never went inside.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was when I was like a closet nerd.
Oh. So you're like on
So,
the
like,
b-ball
my-
team,
my-
and you're all
yeah.
like with your crew, and
And my friend, like my close friends, knew I was such a nerd. Like
Yeah.
I would leave to go watch
oh,
anime. I'd be like, "Hey, see you guys, I'm just gonna go up to my house. Like, you're gonna watch Dragon Ball Z." I'm like,
Yeah.
it's a new episode. Gotta go back."
we were like in the hall at school playing our Game Boy Advances, linking them up. So I was full on in the nerd club for show.
I was too
Me
busy making
too.
crystal meth.
Yeah.
That pseudo cook. Wow, we got off topic.
Yeah.
All right. So
What are we talking about? Are we still in the news?
Is there some
Games,
podcast?
news.
I mean,
Who are you?
Who are you guys? Anyways, what else has happened in the news?
So Grim Fandango is going to be remastered not only for the PS4 but for PC and Mac.
That was
and
I can
Linux.
see that
I
coming.
thought you were going to say
Yeah, because
PS5.
Double Fine was historically a PC.
Yeah,
I mean, they released some games on the Xbox.
Yeah, but like the original
Yeah.
Grim Fandango was on PC. It'd be just
Oh,
weird,
yeah,
weird to
that makes
remaster it
sense.
and not put it on PC.
Yeah, you're like,
And
fuck
it's-
you, PC
it's
players.
point and click, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a adventure game.
I haven't played it,
They did
so
Broken Age.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. I hear so many good things about it. So it'd be interesting to see because a lot of old games just. It'll be interesting to see whether it stands the test of time. Like I have no problem going back and playing old games, but just some of them you realize you're like, it just isn't that good anymore.
Yeah.
But some of them you can go back and play and you're like, this is still amazing.
Sunset Riders for me.
Yeah.
It's like I have a Super Nintendo, and it's like I put it in Turtles in Time, same thing. Both made by Konami. That
FF7 for me, it's like the graphics are shit, but the battle system, the ATV, the materia, it just
music.
makes perfect fucking sense. The music, the story, it's still so good.
Lost via Domus.
get the fuck out.
Previously on the J14 Gamecast.
John's dead. Oh my god, where's Jack?
Someone find Jack.
God. Anyways,
Anyways,
Welcome
so,
to ADD.
the Gamecast.
I'm so
What's
To
tired.
talk about whatever the fuck we want, whenever we want.
Yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe.
So Sony confirmed
Ooh.
only 48% of PlayStation 4 users previously owned PS3.
Yeah, I wish
Oh,
I
sorry,
didn't have time to
other
put
way
more.
around.
Yeah, I didn't have time to put all the facts in that. They had a couple of different stats, but there was like they had a percentage of people who owned a last gen console that wasn't a PS3, like a 360 or Wii, and went to PS4.
Yeah.
And then they had a percentage of people that never owned a console before PS4, and the two of them
Oh.
combined made up 48% of current PS4 owners.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean, the console battle last generation was pretty close.
but at
the
the
end-
start it was all 360.
Yeah, but at the start it was all 360,
Yeah.
but it was pretty
Yeah.
close by the end. So to hear that it's 48%, I was like, that
I
makes
was going
perfect
to
sense.
ask, how did they
They probably asked
they got the stats?
Trophy data, because they can look at
Oh,
people's
exactly.
PSN accounts and see
when
that's-
were
if they have no
created,
PS3 games on their trophy list. It basically means
they didn't have one.
yeah.
Oh, exactly.
Because as soon as you even install the game, it gives you.
And
a
I
trophy
wonder
list
if
for it.
some maybe started new accounts. I know my friend did.
I've
PS4.
started
It's possible,
a new
yeah.
account
Yeah.
down there, but
So yeah, it's hard to gauge, right?
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's yeah. I mean, it's good that they're doing The Last of Us. Like I've even just reading online, there's a lot of people. It's hard to get a sample size, right? It's a pretty hardcore community on these gaming sites, but there's a lot of people that are like
But yeah,
we're on
that
the
game-
fence about a PS4 and they're like buying it for The Last of Us because
yeah.
I hope so. That
Well, my
that
friend
should
bought
be
a
good seller.
PS3
Yeah.
for The Last of Us. It was
Yeah.
kind of weird.
A lot of
'cause
people did.
I was talking
Yeah.
to him. We got into an argument about Xbox One and Titanfall, and he's like, "Yeah, I have a PS3." I'm like, "Oh, that's good." And it's like I bought it for this, and I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
"Oh," I was like, "Okay."
yeah, there's a lot of people that didn't because it came out so close. It came out like 4 months before
PS4.
PS4, and they're like, it's probably going to get ported.
Yeah.
And boy,
Well, I
were
had
they
no
right.
idea. I didn't
Yeah.
even think about that. So
And then there's people that are pissed that it's coming out, and they're pissed about the price. That it's like, I'm like, the PS4 version coming out doesn't like Sony doesn't come to your door and take away your PS3 one.
Yeah.
Everything you paid for is still there and still works.
yeah,
Like it's just if you don't want to pay $60 for a new version, that's
No.
fine.
Yeah.
It's more for people that didn't play it. It's not. It's not being sold as a digital upgrade to your existing game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but yeah,
Right?
think
Like-
of,
And it's like a Game of the Year edition. It's comes with all the DLC.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah,
Game of the
there
Year
you go.
editions come out all the time. Like, what's the big deal? I don't get it.
That's why I didn't buy Skyrim until the Legendary Edition,
Yeah.
so
because I knew it was like, "Oh, you can buy a house." I'm like, "That's DLC.
Oh.
I can just wait."
I bought it day one.
Yeah.
Me and Brendan both.
Yep.
I remember I had my Monster Energy drink and I had it preloaded on Steam.
I stood outside,
I remember
fucking
this.
cold, and just oh my god. Yeah, I think that was the last game I stood in line for was Skyrim. I even have a PC case.
I've
The
got
only
my
PC case I got.
beautiful Scrolls anthology that I bought after I already owned the game.
Oh,
But I just
yeah,
wanted,
that's
just wanted to own a
pretty
physical
sweet.
copy of it, right? Because I bought
Yeah.
the digital version.
That's the whole collection, right?
Yep.
Like, oh,
That's
got,
really nice looking.
I don't know how to open it. Oh, there it goes.
You know that
It's got Elder Scrolls Arena and then I think Daggerfall. I can go through this. I won't.
yeah.
Morrowind,
oh,
Oblivion. It's got a nice little
Oh
photo.
wow!
So beautiful.
How much? How many bones?
$150. No, it was like 70 or.
Yeah, it was pretty
That's
good.
it?
It's a steal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a steal of a deal.
God damn it.
It'll come. I'm sure it's probably even cheaper.
I was
now,
actually
so-
surprised when he was playing Morrowind. I was like, "Wow, it looked this old, and how old is that?"
Like
game?
he had mods on
It's
that.
like
didn't
no,
he?
it was like the original. He was showing me the original.
Oh,
Wow, it still looks pretty good for what it was.
Yeah, some parts. Some
Well,
parts look really.
I
bad.
mean,
yeah.
at the time, like comparing what games were out.
Oh
at the
yeah,
same
for
time,
sure. Well, it was the
it
first
was
like fully
good.
3D Elder Scrolls game, so it's
Yeah.
just.
Every Elder Scrolls game does that. When Oblivion came out, they were just like, "Oh my
Yeah,
god!"
they always push the limits.
I distinctly remember Oblivion because it was, I think, the second next gen game ever shown. There was a game called Dark Sector, I think.
Dark Cloud.
No, it was called Dark Sector. Dark Cloud's PS2 game.
Yeah, I'm thinking
But yeah, Dark Sector I think was the first like next gen
Dark
PS3
Sector.
slash
Oh, I
360.
have
Oh my god, the
Game
guy
ever
that had
shown?
that. The blade.
Yeah.
not the halberd. It was like the thing you could toss.
Yeah, it was
His
like a-
armor.
I think it ran into development problems. Like I know it was the first game shown and it came out like 2 years into the.
Yeah.
But other than that, the other next gen game shown was Oblivion, and it was only next gen, and it looked like people were like, "Holy shit, this is real life." And then now you go
That's what
back
they
and you're
said.
like, "What's wrong with their faces?"
yeah.
Well, that's
No,
like
man.
in the face.
Like more.
Oracle. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
OOT.
Ocarina of Time.
Yes.
What about it?
That's like when you look at that. Like, do you remember playing that on the N64 and being like, "This is so lifelike," and then you go back and it's like kind of a diamond for a face, and it's like.
It's like Metal Gear Solid, or they don't even have
Yeah.
mouths.
I don't remember thinking it was lifelike. I just remember thinking this is so much better than what is.
I remember playing that and I was like, "Oh my
Oh.
god, this is amazing!" And same with
Yeah, I
Metal
don't
Gear.
really
Like,
know.
The first time I remember using like lifelike or like realistic was PS2.
Yeah, because
Oh,
that's when
really?
you started getting like.
When I saw Gran
games
Turismo
that,
3 for the PS2, I was like, these cars look real.
Well,
When I
you
saw,
know-
Yeah, I guess I can.
I'm
see
a bit
that.
older than you guys, so I've lived through a lot of games.
So Pong.
2 years.
2 years worth
What?
of games.
Look out, guys! We got an old badass over here.
But even like Metal Gear Solid 2, when I first saw it, I was like, I feel like I'm watching a movie. Like,
The jump
Oh,
from
yeah.
that from Metal
Actually,
Gear
yeah.
Solid
Yeah.
was huge.
yeah,
So
Forgot about that game.
yeah, a lot of
I
PS2
don't know.
games, I was like, this looks,
Ashamed.
and then now I'm like, wow, how did I ever think that looked real?
yeah.
But it looked fantastic.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's another guy who pushes the limits.
Hideo.
So, next on the news bulletin,
We're almost through the news.
Yeah.
Destiny expansion pass announced.
What? Game's not even out. What? Beta's not even out.
And it
Not
goes
till
for
next week. I'm so excited.
$34.99.
Mhm.
There's two of the expansions, The Dark Below and House of Wolves. New missions, weapons, and arenas.
wonder what they're about.
No, I'm excited.
All I
House
can
of
say
Wolves
is
and Dark Blue.
when they say expansion and not DLC, it better be a good amount of content. Because when you're charging $35,
Mhm.
most season passes are 20 or 25. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that world is going to be huge.
Oh, it is. So like maybe
So-
maybe when they see a new map, it's like a whole new planet or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Could be. Yeah, that's usually
Yeah.
how that's how the World of Warcraft like they're a good like
Oh, they're
$50
expansions.
to $100.
Yeah.
worth
Well, because they
of
take
content
like
stuff.
3 or 4 years between expansions. So
Well, that's like with the alpha.
Not quite that.
We
long,
probably
but-
saw this much of the map for that world. When the world was like, that's like Earth, and it's like old Russia.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like we probably did see a good chunk of it.
Are you sure? Because you might just drop off into another area.
I honestly
on
think
Earth.
it's not that much because that is all they've shown in videos too.
But that's because they've been so quiet. It's not like
Well, that's what I mean.
Just
like,
looking at
it's-
looking at the map, where they show you the different areas.
Yeah.
There was like what 2 that you could go to, right? There was because they're both old Russia, and then I think there was like 4 others. So I think we maybe saw like a third of it.
But that might be just for that planet.
No, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying I think we saw like a third
okay.
or
I
half
see
of
what you
that
mean.
planet.
Yeah,
I don't think it was like a like a percent of it. Like I think we saw a decent chunk of that planet. But this is
like
probably
to
going to
see
be
some Canada love.
the
BioWare,
beginning of Mass Effect 3, Vancouver, man.
and then Toronto,
In what?
but in Mass Effect 3.
Toronto was in Mass Effect 3?
Pretty sure.
You're thinking of Vancouver. Because
Did they go back to? Did they go back?
Vancouver is where you start the game, and that's also where you go back to.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that
They actually call Vancouver.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Really?
like it's like
And it's like-
Vancouver. It's like
I was
Disney
like-
the year, and it's like Vancouver.
I was
Canada.
really hoping because BioWare is Edmonton
Yeah.
company. I was really hoping it was going to be Edmonton.
Oh,
Why didn't they?
don't know, just because Vancouver.
Wow, let's not use a fucking shithole for.
Was it one of you guys telling me there was a game where Edmonton was in it?
No, there is a series, an anime series that went on for 2 seasons, Darker Than Black.
Oh yeah.
And then they did a manga series that was supposed to be like takes place between season 1 and season 2.
Mm-hmm.
One of the villains, the main villain from that, you don't even care.
Sorry.
The villain.
It's not even a game. Don't give a
villain
shit.
came from. They should make a Darker Than Black game. Oh my god. The villain came from Edmonton.
Oh, okay. This is kind of game related because they make Tom Clancy games.
Yes.
You probably know about this. There's a Tom Clancy book. Can't remember what it's called, but it's based on World War III, and there's a bunch of like battles around the world. And one of the battles, like a major part of the book, is the Battle of like Edmonton, and it takes place at like the High Level Bridge.
Oh my god, I want to.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
It's like a legit Tom Clancy book.
I want to read that book.
Like some big fight at the High Level Bridge in Edmonton.
What, Semi's getting stuck under it?
Some idiot didn't read the clearance. Now he's dead because we dropped a bomb on his ass.
What the hell of the clearance, sir? Shut the fuck up.
Try to save a transport truck.
Clear this. Anyway.
Hashtag Edmonton.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah. So, we're on to some points of talking about. Talking points, people.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I
Did you not get that, people?
Yeah.
Points
You
of
get the
talking,
memo.
serious
AKA talking points.
Talking points.
Yeah.
And what is on talking points?
Well, I mean, I started going into it.
Kind of a touchy
Everyone's
subject.
talking. Everyone's talking. I'm gonna just
It's
keep
talking
I'm
points.
just
I was supposed
want
to
to
do
keep
that.
talking too.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
talk.
We're point
That-
of talking.
Great.
I don't want to talk to you guys anymore. I'm sorry.
The whole DLC debate. In the news, Aliens Isolation is getting exclusive DLC from a specific vendor, and you have to pre-order it from them to get it. I think that's shitty.
Yes. Agreed.
The whole DLC thing, we've argued about it, or many people have argued about it. It's now part of the gaming industry. We're not going to escape it for the time being. A lot of good DLC does come out,
You're right, yeah.
so it's not like it's a bad thing now. However, to the point where it's you can only order it from us to get this DLC, that's where I'm like, that's bad.
Yeah, they're trying to use the power that DLC has created, the DLC has created itself for games, and trying to turn that into marketing power for
Now-
as a brand or a company.
Maybe GameStop went to the developers like, we're going to give you a ton of money. Here. Maybe that's the case. Don't really care. It's still ridiculous that it's like... And I bet you what happens with most exclusive DLC comes out everywhere later on.
Oh, exactly.
So there's always that. Because we saw that with Ground Zeroes. It was like Xbox is getting the ride-in missions. We're getting the retro missions for
Yeah,
PS4.
for,
So it's like... Then like a month later, it's like...
Yeah, I
get
think
both.
that's the common trend. Exclusivity for a month
Holding
or
my
so.
thoughts to you guys because I'm quite angry.
You've got some thoughts?
Oh,
You're angry at me?
You guys can finish. Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty much finished. So,
The debate's about, the exclusivity or exclusivity.
Yeah.
So that that's the issue. Like you say, DLC is good.
yeah.
And I do like that, it's developers sometimes don't have time to
It's all good. Keep talking.
make full-on expansions, because sometimes they end up being almost nearly as much content as the game.
Yeah.
So, right? It's like, that's fair. So to make something in comparison, yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah. It's like before, when the whole DLC thing began, I was like, let's look at the older games that never had DLC because that was not possible. And then it's like, oh, you can beat those in 3 hours. So it's like, it's a little different now. So that's what kind of walked me over.
Yeah, now that
DLC.
everything's online and stuff, like, it's easy to get DLC. So like,
I'm excited about this.
Oh,
I saw what he looked up.
It's
This is why I hate DLC, okay? This is the fucking Watch Dogs chart for what you get with which version of the game from which retailer for which platform. Look at that fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
It's garbage.
I was sitting there and I saw you type Watch Dogs. I was like, ooh, this is going to be good.
Like,
Watch Dogs was horrible.
Classic
with the
Edition,
DLC.
ANS Special Edition, Vigilante Edition, Uplay Exclusive Edition, Limited Edition, DedSec Edition, Digital Deluxe Edition, Uplay Deluxe Edition, Gold, Season Pass. There's nothing you can get with, like, there's no one edition that gives you everything.
Yeah.
And then not only that, like the retailer, like exclusives.
The retailer, yeah.
And it's not just Alien Isolation. I don't remember which game it was, but there's like been some games where it's like, if you pre-order from Best Buy, you get this. Pre-order from Future Shop, you get this.
Yeah,
and it didn't become available for everyone later on.
No, I know. And
Oh,
that's
really?
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I know what game you're talking about. Don't.
And
know
then
the-
Soul Calibur 2, the one with Darth Vader and Yoda.
Yes, Soul
Because that was
Calibur
before paid DLC.
Yeah.
Those were exclusive characters that never came across the other platforms. Unless
did.
I'm wrong.
And you
Did
know
they?
what?
They did.
Nope.
Okay.
No, they did not.
no, they didn't come
I got
across.
them.
I believe John.
I have Soul
Because-
Calibur 4.
Oh,
No, this
Calibur
wasn't Soul
2.
Calibur 4. This was 2, I think.
boom.
Sorry, when
What?
you say Yoda and Darth Vader,
Oh,
Yoda
yeah,
and
we're
Darth
talking
Vader.
about
Oh,
two.
Link
2
and
is Link,
Link,
Spawn,
Spawn,
and
and,
Master Chief.
Oh, maybe that was the
No,
one.
no,
Heihachi.
no.
No.
No, that's
Yeah.
Dead or Alive.
That's
Okay, sorry.
Tekken, right?
Well, whichever one was like the PS2 generation, because you couldn't, like, there was no
That's right.
download
Soul Calibur
DLC.
2.
Yeah.
Now
So
that
you
was
couldn't
cool.
do that.
That was cool that they actually separated across 3 different platforms and did it that way. That was
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's evenly balanced, but I'm just saying it still kind of sucks that you can't get access to all of them with one.
at least it was consistent.
Yeah,
it
that's
was like
true.
you know what? If you happen to own 2 of those consoles, you can pick the one you want most and like
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
like
That's
whatever.
true.
Yeah.
That's a bit of like a bad example, but it's just
But I know what you mean. There has been DLC that never went to pass that exclusivity.
it just sucks that you can't just we can't all just go out and buy a game
And that's it.
and you all get the same game. Like, I know that's not how it works anymore.
Well, the
But-
decent one is the Assassin, and I don't know if it was like this for Watch Dogs. It
Yeah.
probably was. Like a lot of this is character customization.
White
bullshit.
Hat Pack, Breakthrough Pack, Palace Pack, Signature Shot Pack, Untouchables Pack, Cyberpunk Pack, Bloom Agent Pack, T-Bone's Single Player Campaign DLC, Conspiracy Mode Digital Trip, Aiden Pierce's Vigilante Mask,
When it
Aiden
starts-
Pierce's iconic cap.
Okay, for apparel and stuff.
I don't
Yeah,
even-
that's not a big deal,
I don't
right?
even-
When it
I
comes
think
to
that's-
missions, that's a problem.
yeah, actual game content.
Yeah, it's like, is it
Story.
cosmetic or is it actual story content? Because like when I love a game like Mass Effect, I still haven't played the Mass Effect 3 DLC, but I played all the DLC for 1 and 2,
Yep.
which I never do. I never play all the DLC for a game because I love those games, and it just sucks when you want to play all the DLC and you're like, fuck, I didn't pre-order this.
Yeah.
Now I can never play this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unless I go online and pay someone on eBay for the DLC code.
And who's to say that's not already used?
I actually like the way Rockstar approaches their DLC, or at least the way they've approached it so far with GTA.
That's true.
They make it available, and most of it, all the updates are free and available online. Is it impossible to make money to buy half the shit? Yes. So are they still forcing you to buy
Especially
game currency?
For
Pretty
multiplayer
much.
games, the free, like when you have new maps for shooters, Killzone did it smart, where you have, like, the season pass gives you, like, the weapons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the maps are always free, because the thing that kills online games like shooters is when you separate the community between, like, we want to play a game, and we're like, oh, fuck, I don't have, like, we're playing
Oh.
Red Dead, like, we can't do that game because you don't have the DLC.
Yeah, we
like,
can't play
Yeah,
poker.
so
and it's
stupid.
like-
let us play all
Even
the same stuff
Battlefield
together,
4.
even if we can't use
Yeah.
the same weapons, we can still at least play together.
Like,
Yeah.
or
Well, that's the same with
one of
Titanfall.
us-
It's still maps are. That's what they're getting.
Yeah, I know. I like it better when they kind of separate
so
the
do
DLC
I.
to. It's just there's nothing worse than joining your friends and like, oh, I can't play it with you because I don't have that DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's definitely something I don't like with DLC. You
But
know?
it's just reality, right?
Yeah.
They make so much money off that.
They're making money off of it, so it's like it's working.
you know, in cases like Dragon Age or an expansion or like say the Last of Us DLC, the single player, I don't mind that as much.
Mhm.
But because it's an experience,
It's
and you
available
don't-
for everyone.
Yeah.
yeah, and on an individual bit. You don't need it to play the game with right, like
Mhm.
you know, like you say that. So I don't know. I wish that was the trend that was changing, but
Yeah.
Money, 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 money.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how game development is affected by this, but I'm pretty sure, you know, like if I were to have an idea, their goal is to get the main game done. I'm like, all right, you have to do DLC. DLC is an afterthought nowadays.
This is speculation.
It's not a whole.
but
That depends.
It's not ingrained.
I think how it should work and how it for the most part does work. Like there's some shady stuff, like some fighting games I think had characters DLC on
Oh,
disc
that
that's
too.
locked. But I think they probably get to a point where the game is almost done. And, I mean, just there's people, like, when the game's almost done, you're polishing it, but there's probably a ton of people that don't have any more work to do on it.
That's
Maybe
what
they start working on the DLC while the rest of the team is finishing up. So you start off with a small group working on the DLC before the game ships, and then once the game's out, then everyone else moves over, and you can kind of speed up. And that I'm fine with. Like, I don't expect them to completely wait till the game's on shelves to start on the DLC, because I know there's pressure. Like, we were all really, like, impatient with the Last of Us DLC.
No, but even if you were
impatient.
to do it that way, it's still kind of an afterthought. You don't have like all the teams working on it to build a story to be on par with the original story.
When you say that, I mean, there's teams that just work on multiplayer in some games. So, like, I think for Mass Effect 3 is a great example. They didn't touch single player for Mass Effect 3. They just did multiplayer.
Well, to use something like The Last of Us, for example, like, the story would have been done very early.
Yeah.
Like, you have the story written, you do the game.
Yeah.
All the stuff they're doing at the end, like, you know, fixing bugs and stuff, like, the writers are totally done with that. So the writers can move on to the DLC, develop the story, and then by the time they're like, okay, we're ready to actually make this, then the technical guys are almost done with the main story. And they can, like, I think it's kind of, if you have it set up right, it can be very seamless.
Yeah.
Well, I think even the way that The Last of Us or Naughty Dog did it, I don't even think they were working on the DLC before the game was done.
No, they seemed like they were like
they had never done story DLC before.
Yeah.
They did maps
It was
for Uncharted, but
The Last of Us was pretty much complete. You didn't need anything else from that.
Yeah, and
So
that's the DLC I'm okay with because they came to it like, yeah, we have this idea. Let's make
run
more
it.
game content,
Yeah.
which is fine.
Yeah.
And yeah, the wait sucks.
See, that's good, but
and it's the thing I like about it is it's like a really good addition to the story. Like, it fleshes out a character more, but it's nothing that you feel like if you're playing the game and you don't play the DLC, you didn't really
miss something.
You didn't like miss the story. Like, they probably have with Mass Effect 3. I watched some of the is it the Leviathan DLC?
Yes.
Like, I didn't watch all of it, but there's a major point in that DLC that's crucial to the legacy of that game.
Yeah, and it pretty much
changes.
changes the story.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of that type of DLC. That's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that should be something that why wasn't that in the main game?
Exactly.
And that's what, like, there was a huge fuss about that. And they made up a lot of it with the last DLC. Last DLC is so funny. So, you know, it's hit or miss.
I don't know. I heard. Well, a good example I was trying to get to is my friend really loves Dragon Age. She played Dragon Age 2 and said the
We're your friends.
expansion was really shitty.
Okay.
It was like
which Dragon Age?
2.
Every expansion in Dragon Age, don't play.
Even the first one?
No, 2.
Oh,
I meant
Just
to say
don't
2.
play 2 at all.
Yeah,
No,
just pretend
you can play
Dragon
2.
Age 2 doesn't exist.
No, you can play.
You'll be much happier with
We're
your
having 2 different.
You can play
opinions here.
Dragon Age 2. Watch out for reusing of maps, because that's going to happen.
yep. That's what I heard.
Just
And-
don't expect it to be as good as the first one.
And
if you're
do
okay with
not-
that, you might enjoy it.
Do not pick up any expansions for that game. The Felicia Day,
Yeah, they did a terrible job.
it's so
From what I heard.
bad. And, like, it's a new character, a new story, and the story's cool, everything else sucks.
I don't even remember
Yeah,
if I'd played the DLC.
But that's
No.
kind of like the example of like afterthought. It wasn't really ingrained into the story.
Was there
or,
a
like-
Was there an expansion?
Not
for
that it
Dragon
has
Age
to
2?
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Felicia Day one.
You mean like they kind of just put out for the sake
Expansion
of
DLC.
making DLC?
Oh,
There
I
wasn't
see,
like a...
right.
I don't think there was
Exactly.
a full-on
It's just
expansion.
their-
The second one, like
content.
Awakening
Yeah.
Origins.
Yeah, I agree. Like, when you put out DLC, there should be like a reason.
It should
for to
complement the
Yeah.
game. No, I guess it's the replayability value, right? You know, you look at games like Chrono Trigger, 12 different endings. This is really
Yeah,
old
that
school
was
I'm
something.
thinking about. But
Yeah, that was one of the.
Well, how
games
many
to-
endings does Persona 4 have?
I don't know, actually.
Maybe it's not as much
Could
as Chrono
vary
Trigger.
slightly by the characters, but
Heavy Rain is 28.
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you get all
There
of
was,
those,
like-
or you were close?
I got like 4 endings because I beat the game.
I don't
3
recall.
times.
One of them had like 100 different endings. I don't know what game that was, but
Yeah, I'm trying to think. There
slightly
was
different. But
It's cool they mentioned that though, considering that game is fucking 20 some odd years old.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of games that did that back then.
No.
Yeah.
Well, then again, we were talking about the Wolf Among Us. Everything that you do in that game, it changes the story.
Yeah,
So it's like,
so
You're gonna have
to point out I
tons.
have to leave for hockey in 5 minutes.
right.
no one
So-
cares.
So thanks for joining, Jake.
Well,
That covers the talking point pretty
That
well.
covers the
I
talking
think.
point. So DLC, when it's done right, really good. When it's done wrong, it just sucks.
It's like exclusivity.
Yes.
It'd be kind of cool if a developer decided to just build just like now and just build a game and just absolutely done with it after they were done. Be like, we're not making
Dark
any
Souls,
DLC.
Dark
for
Souls
this.
2, they said that was going to be the case, and then they announced 3 DLCs for it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but the original Dark Souls had DLC too.
Yeah.
Right? So-
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
What?
so,
Whoa! Before we end, what are you guys playing this week?
More GTA probably.
GTA,
San Andreas.
yeah. Some
Hmm.
5,
Titanfall.
some
Wolf
Titanfall.
Among Us.
Oh yeah, Wolf Among
Among
Us
Us,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, John?
Civ 5 and Wolfenstein still.
Nice.
Wrong Wolf.
Divinity
Just did
Sin.
too.
I have to play it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm
Cool.
I might jump into Diablo 3.
I'm waiting for the PS4 one.
Are you going to pick it up?
I think so because I wanted to play the computer one, but I want to get it with the expansion. But the expansion's $40,
And you can buy the.
and I could buy the. I mean, I might maybe just spend $20 more on the PS4 version, and I don't know because it's got local co-op, which would be fun
Yeah.
if we like
we have
all
tons
got
of
together.
games
And
that have local co-op, and we never.
I wouldn't say
played
tons. I wouldn't say
it.
tons.
Mercenary Kings, Towerfall.
Does Mercenary? Yeah, okay. Okay, Mercenary Kings and Towerfall, but I feel like I know they're not the
Broforce?
same game.
Well,
Yeah, but they're all. You know what I mean? They're all.
I have tons of local co-op that I want to do on this for
Okay.
for J14.
We should.
J14 Gamecast.
Let's do it.
Don't actually play games together.
We never.
We haven't been in a while. It's kind of scary. This is our longest time. We haven't played
Yeah.
games all together. I know. Going off in different directions.
But as
Anyways.
chief communicator, I'm working on that.
Okay.
Good.
Plan.
Thank you for watching us. I'm going to take over hosting because I'm getting better at this whole ending thing.
Well, maybe if you give some people a try
Okay.
that are hosting on the days.
Go ahead.
Take us out, John.
Yeah, take us out.
Just end
So, yeah, Sean was saying, thank you for watching. You can find us on Twitter at J14 Gaming. Something like that.
Yep.
And
You
just Google J14 Gaming. You should find everything along this. But we're on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel, J14 Gaming.
Yeah, beautiful.
We have our own webpage, j14gaming.com.
The best.
And what am I missing? We have a Twitch page as well.
Yep.
Our
Twitch.tv/J14
account. Yeah, so watch some streams. Come laugh at us. Mostly laugh at us.
We suck at most games.
Yeah, or give us some tips.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching, and this is where
John.
we bring the party to you.
Yay!
I was waiting for everyone to jump in.